Hey guys, Billy here. I'm a multi-gladiator hunter and shuffle rank 1. In this video I go over my macros and share them with you. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do then please comment, like and subscribe, and if you didn't, well then pretend you did. Feel free to join my Discord and check out my stream. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll just start off by showing you guys my normal UI, and this is with all of the extra abilities that aren't macroed. And then I've got something I made especially for this video, which is the macro video. And now I've just removed everything that isn't a macro off of my bars. And now I'll just walk you through what each of the macros do. So for the first macro, we've got the Cobra Shot one. And what this does is it'll just show the tooltip, so that I've got the Cobra Shot icon, then I'll have your pet attack, cast Cobra Shot, cancel turtle, and then have your pets use their basic attack. The reason it has the pets use the basic attack is because sometimes the pet API is a little bit buggy, so this just makes them definitely attack all of the time. Then you've got the Barb Shot one, which works in a very similar way. It just cancels turtle, has your pet attack the target, and then cast dash, so they move slightly faster. Then the kill command, where your cast kill command, dash, pet attack, and then have your pet use their basic attacks as well. Next, we've got the Black Arrow macro, or kill shot. So this just cancels your turtle, then cancels the Q sequence. The reason it does this is because I want this ability to go off straight away. So this is another ability queued, I want this one to take priority. Then I've got the Mend Pet macro. This has only been needed for the past few seasons when they changed Mend Pet to not share a button with Revive Pet if your pet dies. But now I just made it into the same button again, so I didn't need two keybinds just in case my pet did die anytime. Then I've got Roar of Sacrifice macros. And I do this with a mouse over, and then I have one for myself as well. I like mouse overs because I'm fairly used to them now and I find them just as fast, and I don't really want to have an extra 3 keybinds where I had to have it for my party 1, 2 and 3. Mouse overs are completely fine if you have the ability to keybind, like yourself, party 1 and party 2. It's probably slightly better, but you can definitely do very well with mouse overs as well. Next I have my binding shot macro, and this one is extremely simple. All this does is it puts my binding shot at my cursor. This is so that I don't have to get the reticule to aim it, and I find it goes off slightly faster as well. Then I've got my Master's Call macro. And what this does is, on my mouse over, it just uses Master's Call and gives the person freedom. The reason I use mouse overs again is similar to the Ross, where I don't want to have 3 more keybinds, so I just have one that's mouse over, and then I also have one for myself. I just like having one for myself as it's habit now, but looking back, I could have definitely done it all with just a mouse over. Next, I have my trap macro, and this is just at my cursor. The reason for this is I've used this for a long time, so I don't normally need to aim the trap anymore. I can just do it at my cursor, as I'm pretty confident where the trap is going to land. If you're newer to Hunter or you're struggling with the at cursor, you can definitely just use the default freezing trap to put it, then you can have the reticule and you can just aim it yourself. But personally, I prefer having it at cursor, although I do normally have it bound with the reticule as well, just in case. Next, I've got my chimeral macro, and what this does is it just puts it on the focus and then targets your previous target. This is nice so that you can have your healer on, the enemy healer on focus, and then just cast chimeral on them without having to change targets. So this is a useful macro. Next, I've got my kick macros, and I'll start off with the focus kick. And this just cancels turtle and then kicks your focus. This is very good for kicking healers or whichever DPS you have on your focus. I also have Arena 1 to 3 counter shots, so this just cancels the card sequence, cancels turtle, targets Arena 1 and then kicks them. I do have one for normal kick as well, which just cancels turtle and then casts counter shot. Next I have my concussive shot macro, and this just, at the focus, casts a concussive shot, and this keeps the healer slowed, so it makes it much easier to trap, as you don't need to target them and then slow them, you can just do it in one button press. Next, I've got my intim macros, and what they do is I've got a focus one, which does it at my focus, so I don't need to change the healer to stun them. I have a normal one, which will just do it at my target, and that just cancels turtle and casts intim, and then I've got one for Arena 1 to 3 as well. You don't really need the focus and the normal one, but I prefer it just because I'm used to it. But you could definitely do fine with just Arena 1 to 3. And this is it looks more complicated than it is, but it basically just cancels your turtle, stops your casting, clears your target, targets Arena 1, and then casts Intim. The reason this is so complicated is a few seasons ago, there was a bug where if the target is out of your range by, I think it was over like 20 yards or something, it would just do it on the target that you were actually targeting. So yeah, this just makes it so that doesn't happen. Although I'm not sure if that's still a bug, I just kept it in because I haven't needed to change it. Next, I have my scatter macro, and what this does is it'll go mouse over, and if there's no mouse over, then it'll just do it on the target. Next, I've got my focus trank macro, and this just uses tranquilizing shot, add my focus, and cancels the turtle. And finally, for macros, I've got arena 1 to 3, where it's just target arena 1, 2, or 3, and this allows me to quickly swap between each of the arena targets. The only other bindings that I have is in key bindings, I've got for making an enemy my focus. And I've got this on scroll wheel down, shift wheel down, and control wheel down. That's all for this video, and I hope you all enjoyed. You can find all of the macros in my Discord, and let me know down in the comments if you have any other questions. I hope you have a great day. Peace out.